Welcome to Gemstone Tarot, Monday the 6th of July, 2026. Moon going from Pisces into Aries in the afternoon, just strolling across the lawn. We're in another heat wave here. How's it going with you? I think it's very hot in lots of places, isn't it? I'm seeing stuff on the telly about Taylor Swift getting married in a boiling New York. God, it does look... What's it? It's called a heat dome. I don't even understand what that is. So, yes, we're all feeling it a little bit, as the actress said to the bishop. Start of the week, I have been cleaning the boys' room. I'm not somebody who does... I'm messy. I'm a messy person. You probably work that out. But when I do clean, I go granular clean. You know, like taking drawers out, hosing them down. Oh, God. There's a bloke I watch called Joey Fu. Do any of you watch him? On a different platform, beginning with T. And he does, like, he cleans with a leaf blower and a jet washer. So I'm kind of inspired a little bit by that. But I've been up there for 4 hours. And it's hot in there, so I'm a little bit discombobulated. So we're just going to have a nice little bit of In the July Woods. Swing! After all the glories of spring and midsummer, the woods fall quiet in July. There are no great spectacles, no carpets of flowers or choruses of birds. All of that springtime posturing and frenzy was for one purpose: creating babies, be that in the form of chicks or hedgehoglets, seeds and bulbs. Now that all of this, sound effects from me, has been set in train, the serious business of nurturing offspring, which is kind of what I've been doing to maturity, is in the order of the long, gentle summer days. Birds have been working hard to feed their chicks, and confused fledglings will be trying out their wings. Oh, God, I hate it when they do that. Among the branches. Insect numbers, low at the start of spring, by now have built up. Every leaf holding a munching caterpillar. I love caterpillars, by the way. Or leaf miner. The woodland supports them, and they in turn are the basis for all other life in the woodland. The birds flitting among the leaves to pluck a beakful of aphids, the mammals picking through the leaf litter for beetles and grubs. And we'll have the second half of that tomorrow. And we'll have sunrise and sunset from Ashby de la Zouch in Leicestershire. It means absolute. How can anyone make head nor tail of this? Do you know what I mean? It's just like, well, there's a lot of bars. Yes. Anyway, that's like when someone at work used to usher you in. I remember when I worked in an office place, oh my God, and somebody said, and I've been there about 10 years, and someone said, one of the managers said, I noticed that you don't use the C drive. Now, there are reasons why I didn't use the C drive. One, because I couldn't work out how to use it. And two, because if you use the C drive, everybody could see everything you were doing or weren't doing. And I didn't like that. So I think he then tried as well. He tried to get me to use the C drive. He tried to show me. But he had such a heart attack when he saw my desktop, which was just like covered in icons because I never put anything into a folder. Then he told me I could put things into folders and subfolders. And I drifted off into some kind of la-la land. And I never did any of it. I was still very, very good at my job. Very good at my job. But it was on a need-to-know basis. Yes. Let me know if you're like that too, or if you're the opposite, if you're really, really organised, you know, and you do actually have folders and subfolders and C drives. and stuff. So the monthly readings almost all out, all recorded, will be uploaded. Thank you for your patience. Woof. Never say no to a pink rocket, the actress said to the bishop. Considering the weather, I've pulled out the Sarsaparilla Tarot because that's the front of it. And it just, you know, that's it, isn't it? Yes. Okay. Overall energy is the keep on keeping on 8 of Pentacles. This is the energy of probably keeping going in the heat for a lot of people because it's bloody exhausting, and you really do have to pass your activity, don't you? Like, I thought I can do the boys' room and then I'll do this. I'm also sorting out all the washing, you know, and I can blah 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 and feed all the cats, and after doing the boys' room you're like, I now have to lie like a starfish on a bed for 4 hours. That's it. That's the day gone. So I think in this kind of heat, it's like one major task per day, if that. Let me know your thoughts. So 8 of Pentacles is here to remind us, with its lovely Sun in Virgo vibes, that trying to kind of power through, probably going to lead to a shutdown, okay? And again, we have the Empress, who frankly doesn't get off her throne for anyone. You know, she's a remote control kind of a gal. And feminine energy, very, very nice, like this. We've also got Neptune tomorrow, I think, going into reverse. Somebody in the comments let me know, but we also have Judgment. So we've got Mercury retrograde, we've got Neptune retrograde. Have we got anything else retrograde? I think we have. I know I've asked before, but, you know, I'm asking about a retrograde, so I can ask. It's like groundhog question, isn't it? I feel for some reason, hang on, trying to cross my legs, my back is still twingy. It was all right, actually, until I did the boys' room. That was obviously a dire mistake. With Judgment and the Empress, I just feel it's got something to do with Neptune reversing, but I don't quite know what. So if anybody knows, please let me know. And then we have the Fool, the guy in the tighty whities and his lovely faithful dog. I do feel this is quite far away. Like, I feel that August has 2, what are they called? Eclipses in it. Eclipses, and I think a lot is going to shift then, but I also think the second half, and I've said this a lot in the monthly readings, trying to think in the heat, and I feel like it's a game of 2 halves in July, and the second half is wildly sort of different. By the time we get to September, I think we're going to be doing some stuff that we never thought we'd be doing, and I think it's a good thing, and I think it's in a good way. And then we get this bad boy, 3 of Pentacles, and this is about finding your tribe, finding your kind, finding people to work with, finding people, whether it's online, whether they're real or imaginary, doesn't actually matter, but making your tribe, finding your team, and also I think revising your relationships, just taking a bit of an inventory on relationships. And then finally we get the King of Wands, Mr. Inflatable Trousers himself. Look at that, very Liberace, isn't it? King of Wands, so this could be one of 2 things. At some point we're going to take a lot of action. I don't think it's yet, but this can also be some other person who's quite good fun and has a bit of influence. It could be a guest, it could be a visitor, it could be a friend, it could be somebody you meet romantically, but it's a sort of, it's an energy that's knocking around, and it could be someone who's quite a sort of quite jolly ally. Okay, leave me a comment, let me know what you're up to in the heat, and I'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.